Morning everyone. Today we will discuss climate of India, chapter number 4, ICC board geography. Before starting that chapter, let's discuss about that one, location of India, the latitudinal extent of India, the longitudinal extent of India, islands of India, areas of India, east west corridors of India, north south corridors of India. So let us start. Neither a Ghent nor a pygmy. According to the India is the 7th largest country in the world in the term of land area. Today we will discuss the climate of India. Before discussing the climate of India, let's discuss about the locational that setting of India, or the location of India in the world map. India is one of the country of South Asia. It lies in that one of the biggest continent of the world, that is called the Asia. If we see the India's latitudinal condition, India's southern latitude is 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north. When we will go toward the longitudinal, it is 68 degree 7 minute east to 97 degree 25 minute east. Now according to the whole that one India covers almost the southern part of Asia, and if we talk about the distance from north to south, the northern point is known as the Indra Col, the southern point is known as the Cape Cameron. It covers 3,214 kilometer. When we talk about the distance which is covered from the Run of Kutch till the Arunachal Pradesh, it is 2,933 kilometer. India is the 7th largest country in the world in term of shape. So India lies toward the southern part of Asia. Here India is covered from all the three sides from the water. One side Bay of Bengal, one side Arabian Sea, one side Bay of Bengal, one side Indian Ocean. So India is covered from the three sides from the water bodies. So India is known as the subcontinent. Now India is only country in the world which is known as the subcontinent. Let's discuss about the climate. Let's come toward the topic that is known as the climate of India. ICC board chapter is this. So when we talk about the climate, it means before discussing the climate, before studying the climate, a geographer or a teacher has to know about the temperature of the country, that rainfall of the country, the atmospheric pressure of the country, the direction of the wind of the country. So when we are knowing all the factors which influence the climate of a country, we can understand very well the climate of any country. So let's discuss about the climate of India. Now Indian climate influenced by the two important factors, and that is Tropic of Cancer and the Greater Himalayas. Now how the Tropic of Cancer creates a drastic difference in the climatic condition of India. Here is the reason. Tropic of Cancer, this is the Tropic of Cancer which is there on the 23.5 degree north. So this the land area which lies above the 23.5 degree is known as the temperate zone or subtropical zone. The area which lies toward the southern part of Tropic of Cancer is known as the tropical zone which lies near to the equator. Now according to this one, the northern part receive continental type of climate and the southern part receive the tropical type of climate. Now when we discuss about the variation and contrast in climate in India, first of all, temperature condition during summer. Now temperature condition during summer is what? In the summer season above the Tropic of Cancer, the area receive the continental type of climate. In that continental type of climate, summers are very hot, winters are very cold. So the summers are very hot. It means then parts of Rajasthan, the parts of Thar, the temperature can go beyond 45 degree or 50 degree more than that. And in the winters, that Daras, that valley near the Kargil, Kashmir, the temperature can goes down to 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. So this is the contrast in temperature in the India. When we talk about parts which are located toward the southern part is because of the nearness to the equator, they remain almost constant in temperature, and temperature difference, they do not feel the temperature difference. Even though you heard about that, they do not feel the climatic variation. They don't have a climatic variation. Almost temperature is average throughout the year. Now next, those area which lies toward the eastern Ghats or western Ghats or eastern coastal plain or western coastal plain, these areas having a moderate type of climate, oceanic type of climate or marine type of climate, because they are generally influenced by the Land breeze and sea breeze. So continuously land breeze and sea breeze used to influence these areas, which create a balance on the climatic condition. Two factors which influence the Indian climate is Tropic of Cancer and Great Himalayan Range. Now, how Tropic of Cancer is one of the most important factor which makes the drastic changes in the climatic condition of India. Here it is. Tropic of Cancer lies on the 23.5 degree north. Above the Tropic of Cancer, the zone which lies, that is known as the temperate zone. Below the Tropic of Cancer, that zone lies, that is known as the tropical zone. So we can understand this by a figure which I have made over here. See that one, your India lies below the Tropic of Cancer and above the Tropic of Cancer. Now the whole world is divided into the heat zone. So according to the heat zone, 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degrees south is the tropical zone. From 23.5 degree to 66.5 degree is known as the temperate zone in both the hemisphere, and from 66.5 degree till 90 degree is the frigid zone in both the hemisphere, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So those places which lies above the Tropic of Cancer, they have to face the oblique sun rays, and sun rays are never going to be straight beyond the tropics. So over these area temperate condition will prevail, and over these area tropical condition will prevail. So it makes changes those people who are living above the Tropic of Cancer or below the Tropic of Cancer. Now the second most important point, that is called the Great Himalayan Range. Now how Great Himalayan Range is one of the biggest factor which make the drastic change. Now this Great Himalayan Range, which acts as a climatic barrier from north toward the eastern side, this brown color shows the Himalayas. So this Great Himalayan Ranges create a barrier. Now barrier for whom? Barrier for those cold winds which are coming from the north. Because of the presence of Himalayas, they are not able to enter toward the interior part of India, because if they enter toward the interior part of India, the condition will be very pathetic, the condition will be very bad, because the India have to face the winter, extreme cold condition in winter season. Now the second fact is that how Himalayas are a climatic divider or a barrier. It is because of the monsoon leaded winds which almost cover whole part of India. Because of the presence of the Himalayas, they are not able to cross the Himalayas, so they create a maximum rainfall within your country, and India receive summer monsoon or winter monsoon. Let's turn toward the next that heading, that is known as the variation and contrast in climate. Now why we called variation in contrast in climate? Though India is known as the tropical monsoon type of climate, but it doesn't mean every part of the India will have the same climatic condition. Few factors are there that make the drastic change in the climatic condition, whether it is going on summer or whether it is going on winter. So first point, that is known as the temperature condition during the summer. Now when we talk about the temperature condition during the summer, when the summer is going on in the India, when the summer is going on in the every part of India, the areas, the land area which is lies above the Tropic of Cancer, they will have the continental type of climate. Now you already knowing about the continental type of climate. Summers are very hot, winters are very cold, and this can be understood by these two examples. One, the Thar area. In summer, Thar area temperature can goes above the 45 to 50 degrees Celsius of temperature, and in winters, Daras, which is near to the Kargil in Kashmir Valley, the temperature can goes below 40 to 45 degrees Celsius of temperature. So this is the contrast. Now again at the same time, those places which located toward the south of India, those places like Bengaluru, those places which are located toward the south of India, they will have a average temperature. They do not feel the summer winter, almost constant conditions are there throughout the year. Now those places which located toward the eastern coastal areas or the western coastal areas, they will always, these areas, these land masses are always under the impact of land breeze and sea breeze. So land breeze and sea breeze create the climatic condition of coastal areas moderate, that one marine, oceanic or equable. So it make a balance on the climatic condition over the coastal areas. So those people who are living toward the coastal areas, they will never feel the seasonal changes, just like people who are living toward the Kerala coast, Kochi, Chennai, Mumbai, Goa, they will not need the winter clothes. Why? Because they do not need winter clothes. Because of that one, conditions are almost moderate and there is no seasonal changes. Almost average temperature is there. Now next point which we are going to ahead, that is a factor affecting the temperature. Now those seven important factor which can make a drastic change in the, which makes the drastic change in the Indian climate is the location. Why I saying the location? Location, it means the latitudinal extent of India. When we talk about the climate, latitude is one of the factor which is one of the essential and important to study. Why? Because longitude doesn't have any work with that. Latitude only works. So the latitudinal extent of India from 8 degree 4 minute to 37 degrees 6 minute, this latitudinal extent creates the difference. Now those places which are above the Tropic of Cancer, they already have told you they have the temperate type of climate. Those area which lies below the Tropic of Cancer, they will have the tropical type of climate. So there will be a drastic change. Now at the same time, those places which are closer toward the Bay of Bengal Sea or Arabian Sea or Indian Ocean, the coastal area will have the different climatic conditions. Now next one is the influence of the Himalaya. That already right now I have discussed regarding the Himalaya. Himalaya is known as the perfect climatic divider. Himalayas play a very important role in the climate of India. The third point is the altitude. Now when we talk about the altitude, it means we are talking about the height above the sea level. So be aware of that one. Whether the summer is going on all over the India, every part of the India is not facing the same type of condition. Just like for example, you are living over the areas of Jammu and Kashmir, or your friend is there toward the areas of Gorakhpur or UB areas. So while the summer is going on the both the places, the temperature condition which will prevail toward the Jammu and Kashmir and the temperature condition which prevails over the UP, that will a drastic change. They will not feel too much summer, but they will feel too excess summer, those people who are living toward the Gorakhpur or UP area. What is the factor behind that? The factor is the altitude, height, elevation above the sea level. So according to the measurement, according to the terms and condition, on every 166 meter there will be a reduction of 1 degree Celsius temperature according to the height, and that makes the difference over the mountain areas and comparison to the land areas. Now next fourth point is the distance from the sea. Now distance from the sea is one of the factor, because those places which lies interior of the country will have the continental type of climate. Those places which have which lies toward the interior of the country will have the continental type of climate, because they are very far from the influence of the land breeze and sea breeze. Because land breeze and sea breeze cover only a short distance, they can't cover a long distance toward the interior. So because of that one, they only cover the short distance, land breeze and sea breeze. Sea breeze blow from ocean toward the land breeze blow from land toward the ocean. So they used to balance the climatic condition of coastal areas. So if a place is very far from the coastal area, they have to suffer with the continental type of climate. Summers are very hot, winters are very cold. Now next one is the western disturbance. The word western means western side of India. Now the western side of India is disturbed in the month of winter. That's why the name is given western disturbance. Now western disturbance, what the western disturbance are? Western disturbance are the temperate cyclones which originate from the Mediterranean Sea, and they travel toward the northwestern part of India, crossing Afghanistan, Pakistan. They enter toward the northwestern side of India from Jammu and Kashmir till Gujarat. So in the winter season, this western disturbance create the rainfall over the parts of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. This area receive the rainfall from the western disturbance. Few areas are there, few parts of Himalayas are there which receive the snowfall at the same time by the western disturbance. Now next one is the tropical cyclone. Now tropical cyclone originate in the month of October and November, when there is a transitional time period between the summer and winter. This tropical cyclone originates between 8 degree to 14 degree northern hemisphere over the Bay of Bengal. This tropical cyclone hit the coastal areas of eastern Coromandel Coast, and they create the damage to the life and property. They create a heavy rainfall over the coastal areas. This tropical cyclones cyclones occurs in the Eastern Ghats area maximum. Now on western side over this Arabian Sea, they do not feel that much of extreme of tropical cyclone because they do not affect the maximum areas. Now next one is the upper air circulation. The upper air circulation or the jet stream. Now upper air circulation or the jet streams, these are the warm light winds which are very essential and important because they used to mechanism the monsoon over the Indian subcontinent. Now India is called the subcontinent because India shares the border with so many countries. So that upper air circulation, this current, this warm air make a mechanism of monsoon over the maximum part of India in all the throughout the year, 6 months from southwest to northeast and for 6 months from northeast to southwest. In this way, this all factor used to make the drastic change in climatic or temperature condition over the parts of India. Now when we talk about the climate of India, Indian climate is known as the tropical monsoon type of climate. Why tropical monsoon type of climate? Because this monsoon dominate the whole India, all the 12 months it dominate the whole India. That's why it is called the tropical monsoon type of climate. Now monsoon is the word which is derived from the word Mosim. Now Mosim is an Arabic word which is given by Arab navigators when they used to make a trade business over the areas of by crossing the Arabian Sea. They used to observe that there is a rhythm of monsoon from 6 months from south west to northeast and for 6 months from northeast to southwest. So after seeing that one, they have given these winds monsoon winds, so Mosim winds. So we derived from that one that Mosim, monsoon. Now next one is the monsoon winds are often known as the land breeze and sea breeze, but on a large scale. These are also periodic winds, just like land breeze and sea breeze are the periodic winds. Same the monsoon winds are also periodic winds because 6 months onset is there and 6 months reversal is there. So these are also known as the land breeze and sea breeze, but their extension time period is very large. So these are in the large scale. Next we will discuss about the 4 seasons which prevails on India on the behalf of the climatic condition, and these are the hot, dry season. Southern part of India, you can see the southern part of India, the shape is peninsular shape. Now peninsular shape is often known as the apex. Apex is means see that it's broader from the north and is going to taper toward the south. It means that shape is broader and tapering toward the Cape Cameron. It means this shape is known as the peninsula. Now this peninsula shape and the water body which covers the India from all the 3 sides, and that is Bay of Bengal is there, that Indian Ocean is there and Arabian Sea is there. These 3 water bodies create changes in the climatic condition of India. So while the summer is going on in India, that maximum part lies above on the Tropic of Cancer and above the Tropic of Cancer, the temperature conditions are very high. So the temperature condition over the mainland in the summers are maximum temperature is there toward these areas. These areas receive maximum temperature. It may be goes on above 40 to 50 degrees Celsius of temperature. When we talk about the southern area, the temperature conditions are there about 38 to 45 or 38 to 40 degrees Celsius of temperature. Now maximum part of this area is under the influence of the straight sun rays which are going to penetrate on the surface areas of Tropic of Cancer. So this summer at the time of summer season, sun rays are overhead on the Tropic of Cancer or between equator and Tropic of Cancer, and on June 21st is the longest day in the northern hemisphere when the sun rays straight strike on the Tropic of Cancer. And when we talk about the air pressure and wind direction, because of the extreme temperature, low pressure creates. You know about the fundamentals that the high temperature will create the low pressure and the low temperature will create the high pressure. So because of the high temperature, low pressure is created over the mainland of India between the Thar Desert toward the Chota Nagpur plateau. So there is a pressure belt, a very extreme low pressure belt between the Thar and the Chota Nagpur plateau. So because of this low pressure, winds which are coming from south of the equator, that trade winds which are coming from the south of the equator, they reaches toward the equator, and from the equator they diverted toward the southwestern part of India. So this direction deflection of wind is there because of, you heard about that one, Coriolis force or the Ferrell's law. What the Ferrell's law or the Coriolis force says, that Ferrell's law says that a liquid or a air masses which are blowing toward the southern hemisphere or in northern hemisphere, they will deflect from their path. So three important planetary winds are there. Trade wind is there, westerly is there, polar winds are there. Though they have to go straight, but because of the rotation of the earth, they used to deflect from their path. So those winds which are coming from below the equator, they reaches toward the equator, and from the equator they diverted toward the southwestern part of India, because this area is under a very extreme low pressure conditions. Now next thing is there in the summer season. Often storms are common over the parts of Punjab, Haryana or UP. You have seen that these areas suffer that heavy pressure of cyclones. So these cyclones are created over these areas. These dusty cyclones create a loss of life and property over the parts of Punjab, Haryana and UP, or you can say over the above part of the Tropic of Cancer. Now next one is about that local winds. When we talk about the local winds, it means those winds which are going to impact certain areas, not whole over the India, certain areas. So first local wind is the Kal Baisakhi. Now Kal Baisakhi or Kali Baisakhi is also known as the nor'wester, which used to move from southeast to northwest. They used to create the rainfall near the West Bengal, Assam areas. In these areas, for tea plantation, for jute, for that rice, it is very beneficial. They create the heavy rainfall by the Kal Baisakhi in the month of April and May. So next one is the Lu. Lu is quite common over the areas of that one UP or the Punjab or lower parts of western parts of UP. These local winds are dusty winds. These are very light warm winds which can create a sunstroke, and you heard about that in the June month or May or April month. No one want to move outside the houses at the time when the Lu is moving on or going on. So third one is the mango shower. Now mango showers got the name mango shower because of it is very beneficial for the mango farming. So the parts of Kerala or southern part, this receive the mango showers or showers of rainfall in the pre-months of that one April. This area receive the pre-monsoons. This area receive the showers. It is very beneficial for the coffee, tea and mango. That's why this local winds is known as the mango showers. Now next season we are going to ahead, that is rainy season, which start from June to September. That in rainy season, that maximum areas of India receive the rainfall. When we talk about the monsoon earlier I have told you, when we talk about the monsoon earlier I have told you regarding the monsoon. Monsoon is derived from the Arabic word which is known as the Mosim, and Mosim means season, and this Arab navigators given the name Mosim. So this is the season reverse of winds from southwest to northeast 6 months, and from northeast toward the southwest. So when we talk about that rainy season, in rainy season or southwest monsoon season, India is under impact of the rainfall by the southwest monsoon. Now those winds which are blow below that one equator, when they reaches toward the equator, they divert toward the southwestern side of India. Now when they reaches toward the southwestern side of India, because these peninsular shape, the winds branches Next season is the rainy season. Rainy season start from June to September. So in the rainy season, most of the part is under the impact of monsoon winds. Now that advance of monsoon towards India is on the 1st June it reaches toward the Kerala. On the 5th June it reaches toward the Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and on the 10th June it reaches toward that one Mumbai. On the 15th June it reaches toward the Bhopal Bhopal and Bhopal areas, and on 1st July it reaches toward the parts of Punjab, Haryana and western part of UP. On 15th July it covers almost whole India. Almost whole India is covered on the 15th July by the monsoon. So monsoon which arrives over that parts of India, before arriving toward the part of India, when monsoon winds reaches toward the western part, when this moisture laden winds reaches toward the western part, they divide itself into two branches. One is known as the Arabian branch because it diverted, moved from the Arabian Sea. One is known as the Bay of Bengal branch because it moved from the Bay of Bengal areas. First of all we will discuss about the Arabian branch. Now the Arabian branch which entered toward the southern part of India, because of this western Ghat area which lies toward the western side, because of this western Ghat areas, those area which lies toward the western side of western Ghat receive heavy rainfall. So it means those area which lies toward the western side, they will receive heavy rainfall, and at the same time those area which lies toward the leeward side of western Ghat will receive the low rainfall, because you heard about the orographic features. Indian rainfall is known as the orographic in nature. Oro means relief, graphic means feature. So because of the western Ghat which is steeper toward the western side, this western side of western Ghat receive the heavy rainfall, and eastern Ghat receive the low rainfall. Then this western Ghat winds diverted toward the center India, then to crossing the Narmada valley. Narmada is a rift valley. Then they crosses from the Aravali. Now when they are crossing to the Aravali, now here the Aravali is parallel. The alignment of Aravali is parallel in the path of Arabian Sea branch. So because of this parallel of Aravali, these winds are not able to bring the rainfall toward the Thar desert. That's why Thar is a desert. Then these winds enter toward the southern part of Himalayas, and creating in few parts creating rainfall, and in few parts creating snowfall. When we talk about the second branch of that one southwest monsoon, that is Bay of Bengal branch. Bay of Bengal branch entering toward the Sri Lanka, then Andaman and Nicobar, then they divert toward the eastern part. When they enter toward the eastern part, after crossing the Bangladesh, this Garo Khasi Jaintia is the three hills which act as a funnel. So this Bay of Bengal branches, these winds enter in the funnel shape and create the heavy rainfall, and backside of that one Shillong, which is there toward the leeward side of that Khasi hills, receive very low rainfall. So Monsoon Ram is the wettest place in the world, which receive 1187.3 centimeter of rainfall throughout the year, while the Rajasthan Thar receive only 25 centimeter of the rainfall throughout the year because of their location. So after crossing the Garo Khasi Jaintia, they enter toward the Assam areas. From here, because of the Himalayas, they enter toward the center part, Bihar, UP. After crossing this one, they reaches toward the Aravali. Now here again, now in this time Aravali are the barrier for the Bay of Bengal branch. So the eastern side of Aravali receive the heavy rainfall, but the western side of Aravali, where the Thar lies, receive very low rainfall. In this way, both the branches reaches toward the Thar, but Thar still is a desert, because when the winds reaches toward these areas, they are almost exhausted and they do not contain excess amount of moisture. And because second factor is that the temperature is very high, so air is never going to be saturated. So that's why this Thar area receive the low rainfall. Next we talk about the strongness and amount of rainfall which both the branches brings toward the parts of India. Southwest branch Arabian Sea branch is much more stronger than the Bay of Bengal branch, because these Arabian branch cover almost maximum part of India. Next one, it create the heavy rainfall over the maximum part of India in comparison to the Bay of Bengal branch. Next season is retreating season. When we talk about the retreating season start from October and November. On the 1st September it start winds start reversing toward the ocean water bodies. So on 1st September to the 23rd September, sunrays are the apparent movement of sun is not now going to be toward the Tropic of Capricorn. The sunrays which are straight toward the Tropic of Cancer, now slowly they are diverting toward the Tropic of Capricorn. So September 23 is the day when the sun rays are straight toward the equator. So now this is a time, this is a transitional time period, this is a changing time period when the sun rays are going to be shifted toward the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere, 23.5 degree. So because of the apparent movements of sun rays from north toward the south, there is a drastic change of winds from land area toward the water bodies. Now winds which enter the southwest monsoon winds or the Bay of Bengal branch or the Arabian branch which enter toward the India, now this is the time when they are going to migrate from land toward the ocean water bodies in terms of offshore winds. So in the rainy season, winds are known as the onshore because they are coming from water toward the land. Now these are known as the offshore because they are moving from land areas toward the water bodies. So this offshore winds which covers the maximum southern part of India, they enter toward the Arabian Sea by crossing the land masses. So in this retreating season, that 2 months of retreating, completely reverse of that one, southwest monsoon is there. So on end of the September, they retreat from the Punjab, Haryana and the few parts of Delhi. In the that's month of October, they withdraw from the central India. In the month of November, they completely withdrawal from the southern tip of India, Kanyakumari, Cape Cameron, and they move toward the ocean water bodies. Now retreating monsoon winds process is very slow process. It's a very slow process because there is a reversal of wind from north toward the south. It's a very slow process. It's not very fast process just like a southwest monsoon winds have. Now next we will discuss at the same time we will discuss about the tropical cyclone. Why we are discussing the tropical cyclone? Because October and November is the months of transitional period when the sun rays are going to be shift from Tropic of Cancer toward the Tropic of Capricorn. But those areas, here the temperature is going to be reduced. Here the temperature is going to be reduced. But those areas which lies between 8 degree to 14 degree over the Bay of Bengal, here the areas are almost under the impact of the closeness of the equator. So here tropical cyclone originates between the 8 degree to 14 degree, and these tropical cyclones are very much powerful. They hits the area of Coromandel Coast. Often you heard about that one, cyclones named by the different names, and they hit the areas of Odisha, they hit the areas of Kochi, Chennai, they hit the area of Pondicherry and the eastern coastal areas, eastern Ghats areas, because they are very powerful. They diverted toward the that one eastern Ghats area in the months of October and November. This tropical cyclone also originates toward the Arabian Sea between 12 degree to 17 degree, but they do not create a much more effect. Maximum tropical cyclones effect you will see toward the eastern side near to the Bay of Bengal. Why it create? Because this area will have the low pressure in month of October and November. Sun rays are going to be straight toward the areas of equator. So these area will have the low pressure, but the surrounding water bodies will have the high pressure. So wind diverted toward the center of the cyclone eye, which is known as the low pressure. So here the heavy merge of winds that circulate over these area, and they used to travel toward this eastern Ghats area. Now next we will discuss about the cold weather season. Now when we discuss about the cold weather season, now we are the month of that December to February, or maybe half of the March, it is covered by the cold weather season. In the cold weather season, the maximum parts of India and the area which lies above the Tropic of Cancer, they are under the impact of very that low temperature, and low temperature will create, already I have told you, high pressure. High temperature will create the low pressure, to low temperature will create the high pressure. So because of this low temperature, the area which lies above the Tropic of Cancer, extreme low pressure, extreme high pressure area created because of the low temperature. But when we talk about the condition of India, is not same. That earlier I have told you, Indian climate is known as the tropical monsoon type of climate, but it doesn't mean that every part of India will have the same climatic condition. Winter is going on in India, whole India is covered by the winter, but see the difference. The northern part of India, the temperature condition in the northern part and the temperature condition over the southern part will differ. So temperature condition over northern part is, this northern part will receive very low temperature create high pressure. So these areas are the belt of high pressure. When we talk about the southern part, in southern part the temperature is almost average, temperature 21 degree to 25 degree Celsius temperature is average. They do not receive the reversal of seasons. So over here the temperature is almost higher over the, mostly toward the coastal areas or those area which lies near to the equator. This area will have the high temperature, average 21 to 25 degrees Celsius. When we talk about the weather map, in weather map isotherms are the line. Now isotherms are the imaginary lines which are made on the weather map to show the temperature. Now isotherm near the Tropic of Cancer are almost parallel, but when they are moving toward the equator, when they are moving toward the equator or south of the India, Cape Cameron areas, isotherms degrees will change. Just here, if here it is 20 degree, then middle of that one 25 degree, and when you reach toward the south Thiruvananthapuram, that isotherm is near about 31 degree crossing the area, 31 degrees Celsius of temperature crossing the area. It means those area which lies toward the south or coastal areas or toward the south, they always will have the average temperature there. The fluctuation of temperature is very less throughout the year. They will have the almost average temperature. It means ki the annual range of temperature is more than just between 2 degree to 5 degree, but the annual range of temperature in the India in the center, it may be 15 degree to 20 degrees. See the difference, annual range of temperature, highest temperature month and the lowest temperature month. It means the highest and lowest temperature month difference will be higher over the northern area, but it will be very minor toward the southern area of India. So these are the condition which prevails in the winters. Now when we talk about the air pressure and wind condition, now because of the high, because of that one low temperature over these, maximum over these area, high pressure created, and the winds blow from high pressure toward the low pressure. It means from northeast to southwest. That's why winter cold weather season is often known as the northeast monsoon. Northeast monsoon is also known as the cold weather season because winds are moving from land toward the ocean. Now what the direction is there? Northeast to southwest. We call the winter monsoon northeast monsoon. Why? We call the summer monsoon southwest monsoon. Why? Because of their winds direction, the origin of the winds, the direction of the winds. So northeast monsoon blow from northeast toward the southwest for the remaining months. So in the winter condition, winds blow from high pressure toward the low pressure. There is an unequal heating of the land and water. You know very well, there is an unequal heating of land and water, and this unequal heating creates the pressure difference, and because of that unequal heating, high pressure and low pressure differences is there, land breeze is there, sea breeze is there, monsoons are there, arrival is there, retreat is there, onset is there from northeastern side. So in winter season, monsoon retreat, monsoon drive from the northeast toward the southwest. So this is the pressure condition and the wind condition over these area. Now when we talk about the winter rainfall or the rainfall which is created in the cold weather season, two type of rainfall almost cover this area. Winter rainfall, this area also receive the winter rainfall. This eastern Ghats area receive the winter rainfall. This area, the Kochi, this coastal area, Coromandel coastal area receive the winter rainfall, and this northwestern part of India receive the winter rainfall. Now how it receive the winter rainfall? It receive the winter rainfall by the western disturbance. Already I have told you, western disturbance are the temperate cyclones which originate from the Mediterranean Sea. They travel toward the parts of India, northwestern side of India, crossing Afghanistan, Pakistan. They hit the areas of Jammu and Kashmir till the Gujarat. The area which receive the rainfall is the Punjab, Haryana and UP, western part of UP, not eastern part. Western part of UP receive the rainfall from the western disturbance. This western disturbance rainfall is very beneficial for the Rabi crop because that time winter season Rabi crops are cultivated. In that Rabi crop, wheat is very common over these area. So this western disturbance create the rainfall over these parts. In some parts they also create the snowfall. Now when we talk about the winter rainfall toward the Coromandel Coast, this Coromandel Coast is hit by the northeast monsoon. Now see, northeast monsoon direction is northeast toward the southwest, but they doesn't make a heavy rainfall toward the southwest. What is the reason behind that? Southwestern side, this western Ghats are steeper, and because of that eastern steeper sides of the western Ghat, these winds which are diverting toward the southwest side, they are not able to reach toward the western Ghat, and because of the Ghat area, they diverted toward the eastern side, and this Coromandel Coast received the rainfall. Just like Tamil Nadu received 70 centimeter of rainfall. Nagapattinam received the 100 centimeter of rainfall. It means the eastern part received the rainfall. Now see that one, why the eastern part received the rainfall. These winds which when they are traveling from northeastern side, first of all they do not bring the that one moisture. Why? Because they are blowing over the land masses. But when they are crossing over the water bodies, this Bay of Bengal, they pick the moisture. And they hit the areas. You can see that this tip, they create the rainfall over the Coromandel Coast because they hit the Coromandel Coast. This Coromandel Coast receive the rainfall in winter season. So next we will discuss about the annual distribution of rainfall. In India, rainfall regions are area over 200 centimeter. Other area in the north of the Tropic of Cancer are Garo, Khasi, Jaintia and Assam. The area in the south of Tropic of Cancer are Western Slope, Western Ghats, Kerala, Goa, Karnataka and Maharashtra. The area which receive 100 to 200 centimeter in the north is Middle Ganga Valley, Bihar, West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Southern it is Andhra Pradesh, then Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. In area with the 50 to 100 centimeter is the northern part of Punjab, Haryana, Kashmir. In the south, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Tamil Nadu. Area which receive the less rainfall in the northern side is the western Rajasthan, southern Punjab, northernmost part of the Kashmir. Area in the south are the region of the Deccan in the rain shadow of the Western Ghat. So these all are the areas. These are the examples of those areas which receive the very high rainfall or the moderate or the low rainfall. Let's at last discuss regarding the characteristics of the all four seasons. So let us start from the that summer season, that is known as the hot weather season. In hot weather season, sun rays are going to be very straight over the Tropic of Cancer, and the maximum area receive the high temperature dryness. There will be a great annual range of temperature in the center, and there will be a very less annual range of temperature over the southern part, and there will be a striking temperature is very high. Sun rays will be very striking toward the mainland of India. When we talk about that rainy season marks on that one the months of that one June to September, in which the maximum India is under the impact of the monsoon leaded winds. This monsoon leaded winds come to cross almost all the parts of India. This southwest monsoon having a great characteristics because these are unevenly distributed. Few area receive the very high rainfall, few area receive very high rainfall, few area receive the very low rainfall, and that some parts receive extreme low rainfall, just like Thar is there. This monsoon are also known as that erratic in nature because it creates the irritation, high temperature, high rainfall, high humidity prevails in these months, so it creates a irradiation. Tropical cyclone often generate in the months of October and November. This maximum rainfall which India receive is the orographic in nature. Orographic means oro means relief, graphic means features. So the rainfall the kind of rainfall which India receive is the orographic rainfall. Let's turn toward the retreating monsoon. Retreating characteristics of retreating monsoon are retreating monsoon season prevails over the months of October and November. So this retreating time period is the time period when the winds are going to migrate from land toward the water bodies. Now lastly is the cold weather season. In the cold weather season, the characteristics of the cold weather seasons are northwestern part receive the rainfall from the western disturbance, that Coromandel Coast receive the rainfall from that one northeast monsoon. High pressure creates over the center of the India. Low temperature conditions are there toward the above the Tropic of Cancer. So this is all about the climate. Now lastly, in conclusion we can say that in India, in spite of great diversity in climate and topography, India's climate unite under one fact, and that is known as the monsoon, because monsoon cover whole India in the winter or in the summers. So we will this is last for that one climate of India ICSE board geography. We will meet in our next video. Thanks.